All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Houston Texans in tonight's video. It's like 8 o'clock. Actually, it's only 7, and I feel a hair up here. But anyways, folks, we got the face vid out here because the Texans have won 3 straight football games. They are now 6-5 thanks to their home victory against the Buffalo Bills yesterday. They made Josh Allen look horrible. The funniest part is, first off, 2 things. After your guys' San Francisco 49ers victory, this is like around a little above a month ago, we sat behind the mic and I said, I think the Houston Texans are going to win the AFC South. Unfortunately, what happens in the next game is CJ Stroud gets banged up, gets concussed, and you lose to the Denver Broncos. But then you beat Jacksonville, Tennessee, and now the Bills. I believe you guys have the Colts twice, and then I believe Jacksonville has the Colts twice. So I don't think the Colts are winning the South. The CJ Stroud injury complicated the Texans a little bit. There's one matchup left that really kind of has me, questioning myself with the take, and that's, I think, next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. But, folks, this defense is insane. Would you have 8 sacks? It might have even been 9. I've got the box score right here. It was 8 or 9 sacks. 8 sacks against Buffalo Bills. The second funniest part about that win last night is, and I didn't keep the biggest eye on it today. It's Friday. I got off to a little bit of a late start, and I watched a little bit of some talk shows on television. Everybody's opening segment was about Josh Allen. I watched a decent amount, or I was paying attention to a decent amount. I didn't hear anything about the Texans. In fact, the only thing I heard about the Texans was from one guy that I won't name, that you guys probably know, that said the Texans' defense wasn't that good. Folks, if you're a Texans fan, I don't need to explain. You are the number 1 rated defensive scoring team in the NFL. It's not close. The Texans are a top 5 defensive team in pretty much every single category you could look at. And they're more closer to top 5 than they are to top 10 in a lot of those. So the defense is terrifying. And I just thought it was funny because Josh Allen's one of those guys where I like Josh Allen. I don't really have anything for the Bills. I'm a Packers fan. But I thought it was funny, and it is disrespectful, but I'm not a Texans fan, that everybody today was that Josh Allen needs more help. It was all about Josh Allen, more excuses, he needs more help, get him the guys. Sean McDermott's doing him a disservice. The Bills GM, Billy Beane, he's doing him a disservice. Josh Allen needs help. And the Texans just took care of business. Now, I get it, the Colts are an 8-2 team right now. Jacksonville 6-4, and you're done with Jacksonville. So I hope Houston could at least fall into the wild card. And then we have to talk about Davis Mills, because last night, 16-30, 153, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Now, I wasn't watching this game live. I watched it this afternoon, and I cover the Houston Rockets. We've covered the Rockets. You can look it up. It's Houston Rockets Daily. This channel, Will Upton, actually started making only Houston Rockets content. So I'm pretty involved, at least. I follow some Houston guys, and a little concerning with the amount of people that want Davis Mills to be the starting quarterback. As a Green Bay Packers fan, it reminds me of Malik Willis. So at opening night in Brazil last year at the start of the NFL season, Jordan Love, in the final 2 minutes, he gets hurt and goes down with an injury. Malik Willis, they traded for from the Tennessee Titans right after preseason. So the Packers traded for Malik Willis after preseason, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, he's starting games for Green Bay. They won 2 games in a row. Green Bay was 2-1, and a lot of my Packers fans on social media and on the comments of my videos were calling for Malik Willis to be the starting quarterback, which I think is hilarious. I'm also from Chicago, and the amount of people that still think Tyson Bagent should be the starting quarterback over Caleb Williams is ridiculous. Now, Davis Mills did what he needed to do last night. He had like 30 damn passing yards halfway through the second quarter. He had a really nice critical touchdown drive. I forget who it was to. I think it might have been to Jaden Higgins right before halftime ended, right after, was it Ray Davis ran back that kick return. He had a beautiful 2-minute drive. There was like a minute 30 left. And Davis Mills has been playing good. And there was that viral tweet that he's on track for like 4,500 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. which is insane. But it's recency bias. I can't sit here and tell you he should be the starting quarterback over C.J. Stroud. I mean, it's just ridiculous. That should never happen. As good of a backup quarterback as he is, maybe he deserves a spot somewhere else, but he's the perfect backup QB for Houston, but he's not C.J. Stroud. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing? Woody Marks, a little bit biasly, I drafted him in fantasy football, and I still have him in fantasy football, and he's a beast, and he's taken over RB1 duties. He ran hard last night, man. He had I thought he had a 30-yarder. Maybe he got taken back for a penalty, but 16 carries, 74 yards, 4.6 yards per carry against that Bills front. He's awesome, man. Woody Marks is awesome. And I look at, like, the skill positions on this team. With C.J. Stroud, you've got Woody Marks. You've got Tank Dell when he comes back healthy, hopefully. You got Jaden Higgins, you got Jalen Noel, you got Nico Collins, obviously. That skill group, it's young and it's improving. I mean, Jaden Higgins just caught another touchdown last night. So Nico Collins, 3 catches, 55 yards. Christian Kirk, 5 catches, 54 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Higgins, 4 catches, 38 yards and a touchdown. I made a lot of hype videos about Jaden Higgins specifically this past offseason, and it's just been cool to see as the season goes on, whether it was the Christian Kirk injury from a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. It's just been cool to see the Jaden Higgins continual ascension, because that Tank Dell injury was catastrophic. And when we first made a Texans video, I think around a week ago, we were saying this team started 0-3. I mean, they started 0-3. It's unbelievable that this team is 6-5. I like their remaining schedule. I'll even just pull it up for you guys. Actually, I think the Colts are next week. Yeah, the Colts are next week. Then you've got Kansas City, and then Arizona, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Week 18 against the Colts. I really don't think it's crazy to say Week 18 could come down to the division. The Jags, they play Arizona and Las Vegas. Can't count out Jacksonville. And, man, I don't know. For a team that started 0-3 with losses to the Rams, Bucks, and Jags, the turnaround they've been able to have, I think it's very impressive. We said, I think it was like a 2.5% chance in the history of the NFL. Teams that start 0-3 have made it like 2.5% of the time. So you're already going against the odds, and now you're 6-5. You're back above 500. You're riding the heater. C.J. Stroud's getting healthy. Got 10 days to get ready for this Colts game. And I think it's exciting. It's an exciting time for this Texans team. So, folks, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Friday night, little riff and raff. Let me know if you like these face videos. I love to make these. I feel like I'm able to get my take out a little bit more calmly. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Peace.